Hey there, Gemini. Welcome to your reading for March 2023. We're going to jump right in here and we are going to see what is going on for you in your current general energies. You have this Rose Garden card and you also have the Empress. Both cards are like the same. They both represent abundance and good things coming in for you. So I feel like you're kind of like entering into a very abundant time. Kind of like everyone else, it seems to me like you could be making a sacrifice or, just cutting things out that no longer serve you. Ace of Swords right there. Ace of Swords literally can represent a sacrifice. We'll talk about that in just a minute. But, it kind of seems to me like you are like walking away from things that just no longer serve you. That could be the sacrifice that you're making. And sorry, I just grabbed like 10 cards at once, so I'm going to shuffle this up again. And you're like walking more towards things that support you, that actually lead to a change. You have this Fountain card, which is kind of like the Ace of Cups. So I feel like you're focused on like abundance, like true abundance. And this looks good to me. I kind of feel you're changing your vision as well here with this reading on like what is fulfilling in life and what is not fulfilling in life. You're seeing the things that could lead to fulfillment with this Empress energy. So I really like this. There's like a little bit of love here. Wouldn't really call it a love reading though, but if you want love, it's here, is what I'm saying. So, some of you with the Empress could be very attractive at this time. Doesn't matter what gender you are, and you could be attracting a person into your life. But again, it doesn't seem to me like it's a, like a major focus or anything like that necessarily. So, but I do like it. For the most part, I feel like you're focusing on yourself, which we see going this way down to the Nine of Pentacles. Nine of Pentacles, she normally has 6 pentacles on one side, 3 pentacles on the other. And it kind of says that she keeps 6 pentacles for herself, and then she gives 3 pentacles to, any situation that she enters into. It doesn't have to be love. It could be like her business or her career, but she's always keeping enough for herself so that she isn't like overgiving in any situation. And I kind of feel that you're making those changes. This is leading to expansion with the Three of Wands, as I already said. I do feel like there's kind of like a what are you waiting for type energy, because we go like this. You have the Ace of Swords to the Six of Cups to the World. This could be like a dream or, some sort of dream or achievement that you would like to have in your life. And I kind of feel it could be financially related. And it's saying to me, like, I would get work in here, whatever it is that you're trying to achieve. I feel like you have really good ideas at this time, Gemini. Like if you have a business or side hustle, or even in your career, you might be getting the idea to like go get a career, to ask for a raise or a promotion. Like whatever your inspirations are telling you, I would do those things because it's looking to me like you are going to be successful. You do have the Eight of Cups. And again, it's kind of interesting to me. You go Eight of Cups, Ace of Swords to the Death card. Eight of Cups is walking away from things that no longer serve you. Ace of Swords can represent a sacrifice. Normally there's a palm frond on one side, olive branch on the other. Palm fronds in the tarot represent sacrifice. And then, of course, the Death card can also represent a sacrifice. Normally the King is dead on the Death card, on a traditional Death card. And so it can kind of represent the death of like establishment, something that has existed for a very long time in your life. We have Pluto going from Capricorn to Aquarius. I literally talk about this all the time that, really from Capricorn to Aquarius is like the death of establishment, really in Capricorn. So we're going to be seeing a lot of, transformations happening. With the Empress, you have the Five Wands. Five Wands is like conflict and competition. Again, if you do want love, I feel like there could be a lot of competition for you. So there could be a lot of people who are interested in you. I am getting I would be careful of immature energy as far as dating is concerned. If you notice that someone seems immature, they probably are with the Five of Wands. It is a card of immaturity, so it is popping to my head. I would be careful of that. But, other than that, Five of Wands is my card I call Indiana Jones, because to me it can represent like going on some sort of crazy adventure to get some sort of treasure or reward. And so don't be afraid of adventures at this time, especially with the Three of Wands. With the Three of Wands, you have the moon. We are in a moon period, I would say, just like collectively. And what I mean by that is we have Neptune and Pisces, and Neptune and Pisces is, there's like a certain lack of direction. It's like normally in life, like before we had Neptune and Pisces, I don't know about you, but it's like, I would be, if you're working towards something when Neptune is not in Pisces, it's like there's a certain maybe like milestones, or there are certain moments where you can say, oh, I'm going in the right direction. since we've had Neptune and Pisces, it's almost as if there's like nothing saying, oh, you're going in the right way with this project. Like, I think it takes a little bit longer, maybe the space between milestones or, confirmation that you're on the right path. It's like the spaces are bigger, and I feel like there's like a general lack of clarity. So it's like people are like, am I doing the right thing in my life? Am I going in the right direction? A lot of questions, but really there is no good answer. We just have to follow our heart. That is the answer with Neptune and Pisces, but also Pluto in Aquarius says follow your heart as well. So it's like we have to not care if it doesn't look like we're going in the right direction. If your heart is telling you you're going in the right direction, then you're going in the right direction. But it's a little hard to do that, right? The good news is I would say we have Saturn going into Pisces this month, and I kind of like it. A lot of people are hating on Saturn moving into Pisces, but I'll tell you what, I think it's going to bring much needed clarity to our goals, wishes, dreams, especially those, major kind of dreamy ideas or goals or wishes or dreams because of Neptune and Pisces. It's going to help us bring those things down to earth if we take action. So do that. With the Eight of Cups, you have the Three of Wands. Yes. You're expanding. I really feel these sacrifices that could be being made. It's really just, you're not really making sacrifices. You're creating space. And I just said this to someone else. It seems to me like everybody has had at least that, right? The readings have not been similar, but there's one thing that has been kind of very similar, which is this right here. Like this whole common theme of, making a sacrifice or, making space for something much bigger in your life, which I feel like you're doing. You have this Beyond the Ordinary card. This is coming up in the area of the unexpected. With Pluto and Aquarius, we are going to see some crazy, you-know-what, going down. It's already happening, right? There's already been some, like, crazy-ass stuff happening in the world. And so, I think we're going to see a lot more craziness, a lot of crazy stuff. Some of this will be good. Some of it might seem like it's not good, but really it probably is good because it's leading towards more stability in the future. And, I think it's just a sign of the times. But again, we are going to see crazy stuff during Pluto and Aquarius. I'm telling you, come back in 20 years to this video and let me know about all the crazy stuff, although I'll probably be seeing it as well. But what I would say is things that we've never seen before. You have the King of Cups. Yes, this card says the King of Swords, but it is the King of Cups. It's a misprint. Just ignore that. You have the Ace of Swords and the Page of Swords here. So I do feel for a small, if you want love, again, I feel there could be love coming in for you. Could be someone very nurturing, kind, caring. I feel like it's a person who, I think the one thing that will stand out going down here to the Ten of Wands is that they don't add any additional burdens to your life. Like there's no worrying here. There's no having to be concerned or, any of that stuff. If anything, they make your life lighter. This is showing up in the area of the good stuff. So it doesn't matter if it's a negative card, it's going to be good no matter what. So I kind of get that feeling that if you are attracting a person, the one thing that will stand out is your life gets easier, not more complicated, right? Next, you have this Ace of Swords. Definitely some victories coming in for you. I don't feel like all that much unexpected other than with that Beyond the Ordinary card. It's like if you're working towards a goal, wish, or dream, or if there's something that you want to create, just be open to unique ideas. I say this all the time because it's critically important that we stay open to unique ideas with Pluto and Aquarius. It's like even though it's not there yet, depending on when you're watching this reading, even if it's before it actually enters, it doesn't matter. I would still, and it's going to retrograde this year back into Capricorn before next year officially moving into Aquarius, but I would say doesn't matter. Starting now, today is February 26th or 25th. So today is the 25th. And what I would say is, whatever you're doing, I would say be open to unique, extraordinary, beyond the ordinary ideas. You have the Page of Swords. You're probably going to have to do your research to find these ideas, but, I would do your research if you're trying to start a business or anything else. I would also be careful of immature energy. Like I said, for some of you, I do feel, again, not really love reading, but I do feel for some of you, there could be an opportunity to make a choice in love between two people. I feel like one person is immature, the other person isn't, just that simple. And you do have the Hierophant, which could, lead to marriage. With the King of Cups, you have the Queen of Swords here. I feel like it's just you and this person. It's funny that says King of Swords. So, it could be divine counterparts. This is a top secret deck that I've been working on with an artist. So that's why there's a mistake, but it's being fixed. So don't worry about it. But what I would say here is that I feel the Queen of Swords, just you seeing things clearly. With the Ace of Swords, you have the Judgment card. Some of you, there could be some sort of truth coming out. It's like the past few readings, I think it's you that I've been getting. There's like been something about some sort of truth being exposed or coming out. Whatever, like, is what I would say. I don't even think it's from necessarily, it could be from a past person because of the Eight of Cups here, but it's like you're moving on. It's like, does it matter? It's like, sometimes I think like, sure, I could do all these readings, like, what is your ex thinking and all this other stuff, but at the same time, it's like, who cares? So, I don't know, like, who cares if there's a truth coming out? I feel like you go to the Death card, you're probably walking away from it. With the Page of Swords, you have the Sun. I would say that you are seeing things very clearly at this time. The Queen of Swords normally only has clouds halfway up her body. So in this row, you have the Queen of Swords, obviously. And so it's like, I feel like you see some changes that are going to lead to this fulfillment right here with this Fountain card. And you know what to do. The thing that I love about the Sun and, the Judgment card and the Sun, I should say, is that both cards kind of represent attention. The Sun shines a light on something you need to pay attention to, but it brings the clarity of being able to see what you need to pay attention to. Judgment is like the call. So I feel like you're gaining some clarity. And same with the Ace of Swords. Ace of Swords can not really, but kind of has these like wake-up call type of vibes because, again, it can represent making a change or a sacrifice so that you can have a victory. Also represents laser-like focus. So, I feel like you need to focus on these new beginnings. Judgment, I always say, like the coffin that the people are standing in is their old life. Outside the coffin is their new life. Looks to me like you could be heading towards a new life. You have next, we're going to look at we're going to look at the information you need to hear right now. You have this Fountain card. Again, this card kind of represents abundance, but more importantly, I feel that your reading is saying that you need to do more things that lead to this type of fulfillment. Like if you have a job that is just making you exhausted, I feel like there's something better that could bring in more fulfillment and make you feel much more abundant. Same thing with relationships. Like maybe you're and this doesn't even have to be love. Could be any relationship where maybe you just feel exhausted. And this reading is really screaming. It's kind of like screaming fulfillment to me, but needing to look for those situations. This card is also Neptune as well. So we were talking about Neptune. You have the Death card, the Six of Cups, and the Nine of Pentacles. Like what makes you happy? The Nine of Pentacles is a card of your environment, the things that are around you or like where you are. Normally there's a snail on the Nine of Pentacles, and again, the snail represents your environment, because a snail wears its home on its back. And sometimes I feel with the Nine of Pentacles, it's more important to focus on that tiny little snail that's normally on the card, because it's like saying, are you creating an environment of success, of feeling fulfilled or not? And again, I do get this energy here of like really needing to look at the things that you put your energy into. You have the Six of Cups here. Six of Cups can represent a turnaround. It kind of represents obstacles being removed from your life. So I feel for some of you, there could be some sort of turnaround coming into your life here. Really, it's like one of those cards where we can be bumping up against an obstacle for a long period of time. And then again, it's kind of like a gift from the universe. The gift we receive is a turnaround. So I do feel like some of you are just getting a gift from the universe, mostly because you go Judgment to the world here. It's like there's some sort of there's some sort of change coming in for you here, but you've overcome an obstacle. You have the Death card. Again, a lot of people have been getting this transformative energy at this time, so it just doesn't surprise me. I also feel some of you could be stepping into light because it's like on the Death card, there are the two pillars traditionally that are on the Moon card. It's popping into my head, that's why I'm saying this. And the two pillars, they kind of represent, the sun is coming up between them, so it kind of suggests that you're coming out of a period of darkness. And look at this. I mean, she kind of has a sun rising behind her. With the Death card, you have the Justice card. Some of you definitely, by the way, I mean, if you dealt with a toxic situation, this right here is like you calling judgment on the situation, or you getting some justice. So, again, there could be a truth coming out with a past person. You could be seeing someone get their karma and things like that. But as I always say, it's like, who cares? With the Six of Cups, you have the Four of Cups. Love it. I love this Four of Cups in this deck. This is the White Sage Tarot, and you can see that all three of those cups are pouring into one cup. So this Four of Cups, to me, represents a situation that is entering into your life that is truly fulfilling, like we were talking about with that Fountain card. It's like you're almost getting into something where it's like all the energy is being poured into you. Again, for a lot of you, I feel like you're just pouring into yourself at this time with the Nine of Pentacles, which is perfectly fine. With the Nine of Pentacles, you have the Ten of Wands. Yeah. you have the Ten of Wands twice right next to each other. It's basically the universe saying I meant what I said. I really kind of get this energy with the Justice card as well, that I would be looking at anything that you're doing, any hobbies, businesses, practices, daily routines, anything, like everything. I would take a cold, hard look at your life and say, like, what is making my life more complicated and what is making my life easier. And I know it sounds obvious, but I would be doing more things that make your life easier. It's like we all do things that make our life harder, right? So, it's like, what things can you do to, improve your life, basically? At the end here for the good stuff, doesn't matter what comes up here, it's going to be positive no matter what. You have this card that says, see the big picture. I feel like you are seeing the big picture, mostly because you have the world right here, which is like the big picture. And it's also a card of achievements and accomplishments and just good things coming in for you. So I feel like there are some achievements coming in for you. It's also a card that I consider to be a portal card. Normally, the sorceress is in the middle of the world, and it kind of represents like being reborn, because in the major arcana, we go from the fool to the world, and then we just start all over again as a fool. So it seems to me like you're having a new beginning, or you could be starting over in some area of your life, but it's like you're not starting from scratch, you're starting from wisdom. You have the Hierophant here. If you want love, some of you could be meeting a person that you're getting married to. For others, I feel like the universe is listening, or maybe you just feel like the universe is listening to you. He's the bridge between the heavens and the earth, but it just kind of represents the fact that he, kind of delivers the messages between the two. He's also making a symbol with his hands that represents a blessing. So it's like there are blessings coming in for you, or you are receiving blessings at this time. But these are things that you've asked for, so love it. I feel like that's a good thing. It's like your prayers are being answered here, Gemini. And you have the Ten of Wands. Again, in the area of the good stuff, I feel like you are removing burdens. I feel that you're looking at the things that make your life harder, and you could be making some hard decisions, right? It's like, I want to eat pizza every single day, but I don't, right? Because I have to make some hard decisions that actually, in the long run, are going to improve my life. So, what I would say here is that you could be making some decisions just in general that are going to remove burdens, that are going to improve your life. But again, like I said, they could be decisions that you don't want to make, like eating pizza or, whatever. Whatever it is for you, it's going to be different for all of us, right? Let's see. With the Hierophant, you have the Page of Swords. Again, be careful of immature energy. But what I would say is I would start asking for things that you want from the universe, because it looks to me like you're getting your answers. With the World, you have the King of Cups here. Could be attracting love for sure. You have the King of Cups twice, and so could be a person in love. I'm not really, like fire stands out to me. Could be a water sign, but take it how it resonates. Could be any sign. This is general reading. I think what's more important is that this person is emotionally stable, right? King of Cups on the highest vibration side of things would be emotionally stable. He has very deep emotions, also willing to explore as well. So with the World, you might be attracting a person who you will travel with, or who you will go on adventures with, or whatever. So I kind of get that vibe there. With the Ten of Wands, you have the Ten of Pentacles. Love it. Amazing. Ten of Pentacles is everything you want and desire to have in your life. I always say that this doesn't mean that you're going to have everything you want and desire like right now. It's something that you are going to work towards. Again, Ten of Pentacles I look at as more of like a living, breathing thing. It's building, leaving a legacy, and that's not something you just do overnight. It's something that you will do for the rest of your life. So again, for a lot of you, I feel like you could be working on like important projects, or building and leaving a legacy, plain and simple. Let's see what's going on here. We're going to pull 5 main themes now. You have the Star card that says guaranteed success. Are you kidding? Whatever you're starting or working towards, definitely guaranteed success. Love it. I really feel you need to pay attention to your attention. Again, I can't get away from the Judgment card and that Sun card. They are both just screaming attention to me as a reader in your reading, but more in the sense that it's like sometimes in life, I feel like we feel very drawn towards an idea, but, then society tells you like, oh no, you have to have a career. You can't go, be whatever you truly want to be. And I feel like this is saying, no, you need to pay attention to your attention. You have this tent card. It says temporary situation, 6 of Cups. I was getting something about like a turnaround here. So I feel for some of you, there could be like a temporary speed bump or roadblock, spiritual flat tire that you've been, I feel like this is something that's already happened in your life, Gemini, and I feel like you're moving past it, plain and simple. You have this feather. It says someone you know is undependable and insincere. Yeah, I would be careful flighty energy. Remember, we were talking about immature energy. Again, I feel like you have a choice for some of you in love. It doesn't really, again, not really a love reading. I'm just putting it out there. But what I would say, some of you might have a choice. I feel like maybe they're not a bad person, but maybe they're just immature. Maybe they're just not ready for a relationship. And we always want what we can't have, right, Gemini? So it's like maybe they're not ready, but someone else is. And I like, maybe that's a hard decision you're making. Like, do I wait for this immature person, or do I go towards the person who's clearly, ready? You have this pineapple card. It says reconciliation. For maybe a small percentage of you, you could be reconciling with someone. But I also am getting something here about being owed money or something like that. So if someone owes you money, or, someone owes you something, could be coming in here. It's like reconciliation of a debt, like someone owes you something and you could be getting it. And finally, you have this butterfly card. It says a change for the better. Yes, we definitely saw some improvements going this direction. 8 of Cups, Ace of Swords to the Death card. We saw a lot of improvements in like some sort of change. So love it. Pretty simple, Gemini. So thank you for being here. Really appreciate it. Make sure to watch your Sun, Moon, and Rising for a full picture of what's going on for you at this time. But thank you, and definitely enjoy your month.